Okay, hey everyone. I'm gonna do a review video today of this air conditioner I have in my bedroom here. It is 80 degrees out today, and this air conditioner is keeping my room cool, unlike the rest of the house. So I'm going to not die in the heat because of this thing here. This is a 5,000 BTUs by Midea. It's got the electronic control board here, time/timer there, and the ease of the settings I have it on, including ComfortSense. You'll see what that means in a bit. On the side here, you can see the specs of the thing. Not sure how well, because I can't really focus too close, but it says there 5,000 BTUs, 60 Hertz, all the electrical specs and stuff, how many amps and stuff. It's also, it says somewhere on there that it uses R32 refrigerant. I don't know where it says out there, right there, R32. Yeah. It's a great air conditioner for a small bedroom like this one, which is like 10.5 by 10.5 feet, so definitely well under the 150 square foot rating of this thing. And yeah, you'll probably notice I put paper towels on the side panels just to insulate them better, because that was the best solution I had without having to drill anything into the window or use any of the brackets or anything. And at the top I got one of those little barbells clamping the window, and got foam rod insulating the top of the window. And this thing works great, actually. So I'll go around and show you the temperature of the rest of the house in a bit, but in here it's staying pretty cool. I've got several thermometers in this room, so this one here says 72.7, 0.5 now. These things like to fluctuate. They might go over, they have a 2-second refresh, and good accuracy, good precision, and the very high refresh rate every 2 seconds, so yeah. Also the humidity here, 61%, 62 now. Alright, got this one on the wall, and this is the reason that there are multiple in this room, because when the air conditioner is actually on, this is kind of in a direct path of airflow. You can see it's reading slightly different. It's doing the same thing. It's refreshing every 2 seconds. It's even got a decimal point for the humidity. In the Govee app, you can actually see up to 2 decimal points on this one, but that's besides the point. Got the good old Accurite over here, saying 61% humidity, 70 degrees. This one likes to read temperature a little bit lower. I'm not sure if that's because of where I have it placed or what, but it does read the temperature just a little bit lower. But yeah, it's 3 different spots. I have these sensors set up. Of course, there's my barometer too, which has all the analog sensors. The actual pressure. It's this big needle. You have to tap it to get it to, you know, properly display it, because the thing's a little stiff. It's also got a thermometer, which is on par with the other ones, and a hydrometer as well. And then here is the remote for the air conditioner. Yes, it is remote controlled, and the infrared receiver on the air conditioner is very good. I can hit the button here. There you go. It actually responded. And yeah, I have ComfortSense turned on. Basically, it turns this remote into a thermostat, and that's why I decided I would mount the remote onto the wall. That way it can truly behave as a thermostat for the room. So it's kind of like the setup that most hotels are doing nowadays, where they have the P-tanks hooked up to Verdant thermostats or something. This is actually a similar concept, and I'm a huge fan of it. Because, you know, Well, this might be the first time I've ever mentioned it on my channel, but I am not a fan of internal sensors. Their accuracy tends to be thrown off by the output of the device, or in the case of something that goes in the window like a window fan or an air conditioner. I'm surprised by this because all of the components that actually need to be sensing temperature and doing all the controls and stuff are inside rather than outside. And there's a thermal barrier in the air conditioner, unlike with a window fan. That still picked up the outdoor temperature quite a bit. So it was reading lower than the indoor temperature when it was still kind of cool outside. And this will just display the set temperature whenever it's on cool or dry or auto. When it's on fan, it'll display what the actual temperature is that it's picking up, but I have to keep it on cool because, well, it's 80 degrees out today. So running the fan's not going to do anything, so I actually have to have the air conditioning turned on. Alright, this thing now is 74. When this reaches 75, that's when my air conditioner will turn the compressor on, cool my room back down to 72, the temperature I have it set to. And that's just how it was designed. Personally, I wouldn't do the hysteresis that way. I would have it only go up to like 1 or 2 degrees above the set point instead of 3, because 3 is a little much. But that's how they set it up, and I can't do anything about it. I don't know if there's a way to reprogram it or anything. So I'll just have to deal with that. And when this thing actually turns on, you'll see how it sounds and stuff. Now it's not that bad sounding. And also how much air it moves for vents that are small. I mean, there's the floor vent. This thing's a piece of junk. It's very old and barely any air comes through it. So, yep, this house doesn't have central, so this is kind of necessary for the summer. And I only have one of these in my room, so yeah. Other than that, there's window fans I've got. They're probably going to be going elsewhere if need be done, but yeah, that's the window fan I was using last year, and I have a second window fan now. I don't know where they're going to go, if they're going to go anywhere, but the focus is this thing right now. And yeah, if I were to turn ComfortSense off, it would pull the temperature from the thermometer inside of the air conditioner. But I have ComfortSense on because I like external sensors a lot better. They seem to be more accurate than internal sensors. And yeah, there's a bunch of different features that this thing has. There's a sleep mode. I'm not sure what sleep mode actually does. There's an LED display button. If you toggle that, it'll turn the LED display on and off. You can set timers. There's an on timer and an off timer. I haven't really messed with the timer functions because I kind of just want it to be at a specific temperature in here. There's auto, cool, dry, fan for modes. The fan can be any of the 3 speeds, and you can have auto fan speed on the other modes. And for some reason you can't do low, medium, or high on dry or auto, but you can on cool. I'm not sure why that is. And what else is there to say? Oh yeah. The energy saver. Basically what that does, I have it turned on right now so you can observe that in action. The fan's not going to be constantly on if you have energy saver turned on, and it does save a little bit of energy as it promises. There's also the filter light. This has only just been activated yesterday, so no need to clean the filter just yet. The filter, by the way, just slides out of the side there. Yeah, like that. I'm sure you can see that. I'm not going to demonstrate that because I don't need to clean the filter, but you get the point. Nope. Turned on. This, I believe, is a low fan. Could be medium, I'm not entirely sure. And let me see what the remote says. Okay, it still says 74. So I don't think it's gonna activate the compressor yet. Just a new fan. But I think you get a good idea of how much air this is moving. I can feel it. Even on a low speed, I can feel the air all the way from the other side of my bedroom. You can see the stuff on my wall is moving about because of the airflow. That's how great the airflow from this thing is. Yeah. I do direct the vents a little upwards, that way the air just doesn't immediately go back into but the day I got smart with that design as well, and you see the return register is actually angled downwards, so it's pulling air from below and not just straight out in front of it. And that's actually a pretty smart design. That way, any air that comes out of the vents doesn't just immediately recycle back into that. So, this thing's definitely going to turn off in a second, because it's not quite warm enough yet for the compressor to turn on, but I'll definitely come back when it is warm enough for the compressor to turn on. Right now, I'm gonna go out and show you the temperature throughout the rest of the house. It's a huge difference here. Main thermostat, 79. Office, just about 78. Yeah, I have several of these thermal hydrometers placed about. So you can see the temperature in pretty much every room here. Bathroom is 78.6, it's closing on 79 in here. Just went up another 1/10 of a degree. Alright, the living room here, 78.8. This thing here was outputting heat when it was on, and I can still feel heat coming out of it. It is over 80 degrees in the kitchen. So long story short, the rest of the house is warm. And that's in comparison to my bedroom, which is a nice crisp 72 to 74 degrees just about. As long as the air conditioner continues to do its job. While the rest of my house, on a hot day like today, is gonna pretty much go right up to 80 degrees. As you can see, it's getting very close in most rooms, and the kitchen has already broken that threshold. As you can maybe see there, 80.6. And the dew point is in the 60s too. Probably wouldn't be able to tell because it says 51% humidity, but take my word for it. Alright, heading back in here. Yeah. That's what we're looking at. Yeah, definitely slowly warms up in here too while the air conditioner isn't on, but both temperature and humidity will fly back down when it is on. So I'll update you when the compressor comes on to give you a demonstration of that. Alright, I'm sure in the meantime some of you are probably wondering how the heck does the remote transmit the temperature data that it's reading to the air conditioner. Let's go ahead and squash that mystery right now. I'm gonna pull up my IR scope. And within not too long we should see a signal get sent automatically by the remote. That signal contain the temperature data. So I'm just gonna focus here. Just wait for it. Remote is still reading 74. In not too long we should see a signal get sent. And signals bounce around this room like crazy, so no matter where the transmitter and receiver are, the signal will get across. Especially with how good the receivers are in my devices and stuff. I mean, the transmitters are all going to be the same. They're just a little infrared bulb. They all do the same thing, and I don't think any of them are better than others. There it is. Yeah, the remote is going to do that every now and then, send out a signal. And that contains the data of the current temperature reading. And that gets sent to this, so this knows how warm it is. Fan just turned on again. I still think we're not getting the compressor on just yet. I'd kind of be surprised if that does happen. It does sound like the fan's running a little bit faster this time. I'm not sure though. I do have it set to auto fan speed. It's on cool because I need to cool my room. Look at that thing. Some of my blinds. I don't know what that is. Just ignore that, I guess. Alright, we just hit 75. My other sensors are reading 74. Well, that one's reading 74. This one's still reading 73. Might just be where this is placed, I guess. The one on the wall is reading 74. And my remote is now reading 75. Alright. I'll just turn the fan back off. But once the next signal gets sent, it's going to come right back on, and we are going to see the compressor start up. And you're going to see how that sounds. Just going to wait for the signal here. Let's see, the signals are there. Alright, there's a little bit of wind outside today, so if anything's moving around, like my door or anything you hear rattling around, that's just wind. It's kind of a breeze. I mean, it's a rather warm day out. There's the signal. And there it comes on. That is definitely a higher fan speed now. Let's give it a second. There's the compressor. This side is where you'll be able to better hear it from. Yep, the air is cold coming out of it now. It's cooling down. It's going to take a while to actually get cold because the compressor just started up. gonna witness that action with my sensors around the room. Alright. It's still wavering. You can see the humidity is already dropping. It's going to dehumidify along with cooling the room down, since, well, there's moisture in the air. It's going to pull that moisture out. It's going to condense on the evaporator coils, so humidity is going to drop. As you can see, is already happening. There's the temperature starting to go down. Yep, humidity is already dropped by 1%. And as I mentioned, this sensor is kind of in the path of airflow, so it's going to be influenced more directly by the effects of the air conditioner. Whereas the other two, that one over there on the top of my bed, going to be influenced a little bit less. It's also going to be influenced though, because it's kind of also in the path of airflow. But most definitely this one is just going to be picking up the ambient conditions of my room. There's no air flowing over here. Like, not a lot of air movement where this thing is sitting. It's between some objects, so nothing is going to be hitting the sensor. You see that one already dropped another 0.2 of a degree. Humidity is really starting to go down. Yeah, you can see it's plummeting both values decently now. I can show you some graphs later on. And over at the AC, feels nice and cold. Very relieving when it's 80+ degrees outside to be able to come into a room where there's nice cool air being circulated throughout by this thing. Great air conditioner. If you need a 5,000 BTU unit for a small bedroom, this is one of your best options because it's got a lot of great features. Like $189 it is now. It used to be $169, but Midea started selling this on their website instead of in retailers, so the price kind of went up a little bit, but it's still a great price. You're getting electronic controls instead of the mechanical things. Adjustable temperature from 62 to 86 degrees, and a bunch of different modes. 3 instead of 2 fan speeds, and of course ComfortSense mode, which allows you to use the remote as a thermostat. Haven't seen that anywhere else, have I? Alright. Temperature is still going down, humidity also still going down. Yeah, that's dropping like crazy now. And you can really feel this throughout my entire bedroom too. It is a small bedroom, but this is a 5,000 BTU unit. It does a great job in a room this size. You can clearly see because everything is moving. So it's moving great air. Be able to feel it all the way from my bed on the other side of the room from the window. And does a great job cooling and dehumidifying. Once this remote registers 72, that's when it's going to turn off because that's what I have it set to. Oh yeah, by the way, something cool about this remote, if I can show that, the buttons glow in the dark a little bit. Might be better if I come back to show that at night, but this remote does have glow-in-the-dark buttons, so That's kind of nice. I'm not sure why, because in the dark you wouldn't be able to read all the text, but the button is glowing in the dark is kind of a nice feature. It might just be because of what the buttons are made of, but still. Yeah, this thing's doing a great job cooling my room down really nice. Keeping it at a nice 72 degrees instead of 80 degrees that I've had to deal with in past years. That down there is the Pro Air Max. I might do a review of that too, but this is the focus for right now. Best 5000 BTU window air conditioner. Honestly, highly recommend if you need an air conditioner for your bedroom, and it's a small bedroom like mine. You can see my blinds, what it looks like outside. Yeah. Bills a little bit more, but it's honestly not that bad when it is running. It's actually great at cooling the room down. It does a really good job, and there's a reason that they have eco mode if you want to spend less on your energy bills. So yep. I don't know if there's anything much else to say about this thing. This is going to save my life throughout the summer this year, so yeah. I think that's going to do it. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you've taken my words into consideration, and hopefully this influences some of you who are in the AC market to gravitate towards the Midea ComfortSense 5000 BTU. Thanks for watching, I'm out.